everyone, and I thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet another orchid adventure with me, Maria Young. Now, if you guys watched my other episode, you know, the one before this one, the one that I did an orchid adventure with, of course, the Orchid King. Wait a minute. What do you mean you guys have not watched it? Say what? Okay, if you guys have not watched that video, you can definitely see that video by, I think, clicking that link somewhere right here, I think. So definitely click on that link and it's gonna bring you directly to that phenomenal, amazing, epic episode. Like totally ridiculous, okay? That's how amazing that adventure was. Because as you guys noticed, I was absolutely speechless. Well, not really, because this gal right here does not believe in being speechless. I'm just saying, even when I don't have anything to talk about, I ramble on and on and on and on, as you can see. But definitely, I was so shocked because what I found was totally unexpected. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would experience something so phenomenal such as that. And indeed, I want to show you the amazing, phenomenal orchids that I did get this epic orchid haul from, of course, you guys know him, Francisco, aka the Orchid Vanda King, okay? Because he is the Vanda King, like no lie. I am not a jabbing, folks. I am not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. So indeed, I wanted to let you guys know it's so amazing because many of you guys actually recognize Francisco already because obviously, apparently, he does have an Instagram account. I think he said something about 6,000 followers. Like, oh my gosh, that's right. Many of you guys follow him because I'm sure he shares so many amazing Vanda photographs of his phenomenal countless orchids that he has. So definitely, I know it's an amazing Instagram, and I also want to share that with you guys because, you know, I like to share amazing information with some of my most favorite people in the whole wide galaxy, which is you, and you. Definitely. So I'm gonna put his Instagram like maybe somewhere right here or maybe somewhere right here. Oh, I don't know, but it should be on the screen somewhere by now, right? Yeah. So again, I had such a fabulous time with the Vanda King. He is so knowledgeable, so much to learn. Just in that one experience alone, I learned so much. And I do believe he has so much to share also with the orchid community. I know some of you guys had commented in regards to how you guys wish that he would do videos, and you know what, I'm right there with you guys because I totally wish, hope with all of my orchid heart that he would start doing videos because he just has a wealth of information that I believe we can all benefit from. So of course, Francisco, if you are hearing this, your public awaits. I mean, we would really love to hear from you. As a matter of fact, I learned something from Francisco that I really did not even believe could happen with Vandas. And yeah, I witnessed it right there. He showed me one of his Vandas, and I wish I would have taken a picture so I could show you. But believe me, okay, trust what I say is true. But yeah, I seen something that I had never seen before, and he provided me some information on what would happen if you witnessed or you seen something going on with your Vanda. So indeed, interesting information. I'm going to share that with you at the end of my video, so definitely stay tuned to the very end, okay? Don't you guys try to bail out on me and jump ship. Come on, I know. I'm watching. I'm like everywhere, fucker, okay? I'm everywhere. And I didn't say the cuss word. I said fucker in regards to the movie, which I can't even recall what the movie was. But yeah, trust me, it is a movie. It is, okay? I know I make stuff up as I go, but I'm really serious. It is a movie. You guys are absolutely amazing, okay? My viewers, my friends, my orchid buddies, you guys are absolutely amazing. Do you know, in about 2 or 3 days, Francisco did contact me, and he told me that he was almost absolutely all sold out of his mini Vandas that he had for sale. Yeah, within like 2 or 3 days, he was almost completely sold out, guys. because of you guys. Because of you guys, okay? And I have to congratulate each and every one of you guys that took advantage of such a phenomenal deal for such phenomenal, healthy Vandas. I mean, we all made out here, to be honest with you. It was like a win-win-win situation. There was not a loss for anyone. Because of course for Francisco, so he made room in his Vanda collection for new Vandas. And also he made some cashy cash. Like, who doesn't want some cashy cash, right? And of course you and I, yeah, we made out. We hit like the Vanda jackpot. That's what I call it. So yeah, it was a win-win-win-win-win situation. And so congratulations to all of you that took advantage of that deal, especially to Russell, because I definitely have to point you out. That's right, I'm calling you out, okay? Because number one, let me tell you about Russell and what he did to me. Like, oh my gosh, you don't know a person until you get into a situation where you're dealing with Vandas. Yeah, we were like this. We were about to go, okay? Well, let me tell you, I had my eye on this particular Vanda, and it was so funny because he wrote me a message, and Russell stated that, hey, you know, I got this Vanda and I can't wait to get it, and it's spotted and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, wait a minute. No, wait. Rewind, okay? You would not happen to be talking about the Vanda that is creamy white and has like massive little tiny spots everywhere, would ya? Would ya? And you know what he told me? He indeed was like, oh my gosh, that's the Vanda that I wanted. I wanted it. And he got it. He swiped it right under my orchid sniffing nose. Yes, he did. Shame on you! Shame on you! No. Congratulations.
I do mean it. Yeah, I do mean it.
No, congratulations to you. You deserve it, and it's such a phenomenal orchid. So, indeed, congratulations, Mr. Russell. I really have to address some of you folks that were misbehaving. Totally. Okay, totally watching my video and misbehaving, okay? At one point in time, reading those comments, I'm like, wait a minute, oh my gosh, I somehow mistook this video for an orchid adventure, you know, all about orchids, and somehow it's making me feel like a dating game show. Like, oh my gosh, you guys were so horrible. I mean, talking about Francisco like that, okay? I know he's nice to look at, but oh my gosh, I never do it. Never would have I guessed that my orchid buddies, oh my gosh, would behave in such a manner so unbecoming to orchid growers. Oh my gosh, because I actually did not know if you guys were watching my videos for the Vandas or you're watching it for Francisco. Like, shame on you. Nata. Okay folks, so enough of the hoopla already, right? Let's go ahead and get to showing you exactly what I got. No, not really. No, not really. Not yet. You know what? As a matter of fact, I just want to show you just a couple of footage from the last video because some of those Vandas were so amazing. So let me go ahead and show you right now, and then we'll get to exactly what I got. How about that, folks? Come on. Let's see. Okay folks, and without further ado, let me go ahead and tell you exactly what I got and exactly why these Vandas are so special to me. And I don't know if you guys can hear like the rumbling of the thunder going on here, and maybe perhaps you can even hear the raindrops that are falling. Yeah, because it's beginning to rain, but you guys know what? It's almost expected every time I film. I mean, anything that can absolutely go wrong absolutely does, folks. So indeed, I'm gonna go ahead and go through this just as fast as I can because I don't want to get caught up in a thunderstorm, and I definitely don't want to get struck by lightning, folks, okay? Because I don't know if you guys know, but getting struck by lightning, not a good look. But then again, I don't know. Maybe we'll get like a bazillion hits. What do you think? What do you think? Just joking, folks. Come on. Shame on you. Okay, folks, and these are my phenomenal treasured finds right here, of course obtained from the Vanda King. And if we take a look right over here, this right here is a Lazunica that has been crossed with a Donna Roma Sanchez. And coming over here, we have the India species of the Tessellata. And oh, let us not forget about this big uns right here. This is a Tessellata crossed with a Kultana Gold. And getting more of an up close and personal on this Lazunica crossed with a Donna Roma Sanchez. Indeed, she has quite a beautiful form, and as you can see, she is at a very, very good size as well. And the added bonus to this orchid, which was not described in the description, is of course the fact that she is with child. Oh my gosh, such an adorable little cakey right there. Indeed, I'm so happy to have discovered this. Quite a surprise indeed. Just really makes her quite a treasured find. And telling you a little bit more of the blossom formation on this orchid right here, I was so happy to find that indeed you will see the Lazunica colors all up in the blossom. I mean, the many shades of the pinks. You have the lighter pastel to your medium pinks, and then down right to your very deep magenta, almost raspberry colored pink as well. So definitely just such a great color combination. Now it takes from the Lazunica the color combination, of course, which is absolutely gorgeous. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Could absolutely eat it up. It's like eye candy. But the formation of the blossoms actually come from the Donna Roma Sanchez, because as you know, the Lazunica actually has a more thinner type of petals and sepals, where the Donna Roma actually is broader in shape. So it definitely has a beautiful shape of the Donna Roma Sanchez and the great color combination of the Lazunica. And I was also happy to note that this indeed also has a light fragrance, so it's taken from the Lazunica as well with the fragrance. So indeed, such a beautiful gal, and I am so happy. And right here, folks, is the species Vanda. This is actually the India Tessellata variety right here. And as you can see, look at those phenomenal roots. I mean, she has like 3 feet of root to her. Like, oh my, oh my. And let me tell you, folks, how phenomenal this orchid is, and very unique as well, because this orchid actually has a lot of medicinal factors within this Vanda. They say that actually all parts of this Vanda, from the roots to the flowers, even to the foliage system, can be compressed and used as medicine. Yeah, believe it or not, folks. So not only is this quite a beauty, but indeed it does have some health benefits as well in the aspect of health and recovery. So indeed, quite a beautiful orchid and quite beneficial. And also, folks, this is the actual orchid that was like humunga dunga species size variety. Oh my gosh. And Francisco actually stated that big uns, I mean, that orchid that stood, I want to say about 7-8 feet, I don't know, maybe even bigger, actually was raised in about like 6 years. Like, oh my gosh, to get a sized Vanda like that, I would have to say probably would take about 15 to 20 years normally. But this right here is quite a hefty grower, obviously. And of course, it also creates lots and lots of cakeys as well. So, oh my gosh, very happy to hear that, because I cannot get enough of beautiful Vandas. So if it wants to give me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I will not deny it. You guys know that. And also, I wanted to tell you about an interesting factor about this orchid as well. Now, you guys know Vandas can really latch on to anything that it's nearby because of the crazy roots, right? Well, let's take a closer look at the root system and let you know exactly why this one right here sometimes can become a nuisance if you don't watch it and discipline it. Behave. But unlike your other Vandas, where you're going to find majority of the roots growing nearer to the base of the Vanda, but on this Tessellata India variety, you will find not only are the roots growing nearer to the base area, but if we take a closer look, you are finding that these roots are literally growing throughout the entire stem area. Okay, and we're talking about from the top to the very bottom of this entire plant is the roots growing. So indeed, that is a prime indication that this orchid right here is quite the trooper in the aspect of, indeed, she is a true climber for sure. Look at its growth habit. You're kind of seeing it twist and wind around, right? Giving it the appearance that perhaps it likes to literally crawl and wind and just grow on top of whatever it can latch onto, right? Well, indeed, folks, this Vanda right here is quite the creepy crawler. Oh my gosh. Not only does it have enough roots to latch onto whatever it wants to, but indeed the growth habit of this Vanda also lends itself to quite the creeper. Okay, so now let's talk about the gorgeous blossom of this India Tessellata variety right here, also known as the checkered orchid. Indeed, the blossoms are so gorgeous. It has a very exotic, twisty-like type of petals where you're going to notice a lot of curvature on the formation of the petals. And also, you're going to notice that very nice, creamy, almost yellow backdrop of the petals and the sepals. And you're also going to see the very nice orangey, kind of brownish, kind of olivish color of the overlay or the tessellated pattern of the actual flower itself. So indeed, very gorgeous. But the most amazing factor of the gorgeous blooms is the fact of the gorgeous fragrance, which is very unique as well, because this Vanda right here actually smells like root beer. That's right, I said it. It smells like root beer. Oh my gosh, and that's my favorite soda. So indeed, just so glamorous and very unique, this Tessellata India variety. And last but never least is this big uns right here, standing at almost 2 feet tall, is this Mimi Palmer crossed with a Kultana Gold. And indeed, this is quite the size right here. And believe it or not, it's still a baby. Well, not really. It's an adult baby is what I consider, because this is one of the offshoots. While I was actually there at Francisco's farm or nursery or whatever you want to call it, because like I said, hundreds of Vandas, but while I was there, he was nice enough to actually take a clipping of this big humunga dunga specimen of a Vanda that probably stood about 7, 8, 9 feet tall. I don't know, it was like humunga dunga for real, okay? And on that Vanda, I want to say there was probably about 30, 40 offshoots. I'm not kidding you. Like, oh my gosh, I could not even believe it. And yeah, this Biggins was actually just a clipping. So thank you very much, Francisco, and I indeed hope that this too will one day become a specimen size of an orchid too. Yes, indeed, that is my hopes and dreams for this Biggins right here. Okay, so to tell you more of the blossom, oh my gosh, the blossoms on this is quite large, and indeed it is quite the magnificent coloration of quite a light pastel yellow. yellow, but you will also see a tessellated spotted pattern of a purplish color. So indeed, very, very gorgeous. And what's so amazing about this Vanda as well is that it is also extremely fragrant. And you guys know I absolutely go crazy for fragrances, right? So here, folks, that is my haul from the Vanda King. So as you see, it is quite amazing, right? Yeah, amazing. And there you have it, folks. These are my 3 amazing finds. What I call my 3 musketeers, because indeed they are together forever through whatever, okay? And I have to tell you guys, these actually have become some of my favorite orchids. Of course, all of them very healthy, all of them very beautiful, and also you guys already know I am crazy about fragrant orchids. And who's fragrant? They are, yes, they are like, oh, smells so good. But yeah, so I am very, very happy. And you guys know I had this adventure through eBay, okay? Just by merely asking if the vendor, the eBay vendor, which in this case was Francisco, aka the Vanda King, if they did local pickup. And folks, if you go ahead and ask one of your local vendors if they do that, you're gonna save a whole lot of time not having to wait for your orchids. You're gonna save a whole lot of cash, because you guys know sometimes these orchids, the shipping and handling can actually almost amount to the same as the actual orchid itself. Yeah, it can be quite massive, the expense of shipping and handling. So you'll save money on that, and just like I did, you might even have the possible chance of having such a phenomenal experience and meeting such phenomenal orchid growers such as Francisco. So indeed, it is worth your while to ask at least if they do that local pickup thing. Like, yes, I want to be a part of that club. I'm just saying. So indeed, I thank you guys so much for tuning in. And Francisco, I thank you so much for having us out. And it was such a pleasure to meet you. And of course, you guys, you already know you have to stay tuned for more. Oh my gosh, and I almost forgot. You guys would have like totally had my head on a platter for forgetting this one, folks. So let me go ahead and cover this because I want my head on my neck. How about that, okay? But yeah, so the unusual thing about what I witnessed at Francisco's location was the fact that you guys know that Vandas will actually bloom usually from the inner axil. That's the only places that I've seen the actual spikes coming from. Of course, the innermost part of the axil of the foliage. So in a case where it grows somewhere else, believe it or not, it can do this. I witnessed it. I seen one. I actually seen a spike growing at the very tip top, where normally, you know, these are monopodials. They will grow from the very top. Well, how in the world will they grow from the very top if a spike is growing at the very top? Well, it can't. So what happens after that? Well, what Francisco actually stated and witnessed from his other orchids is once you have an orchid that spikes out from the very top, it will no longer grow. And so what's going to happen now is it's going to have offshoots from the side or wherever it wants to have these keikis. But yeah, that's where the new growths are going to happen. So yeah, if you ever see one growing at the top, oh no more growy wowies. Instead, you're going to find the keikis. So hey, that might be a good thing if you want new growth of keikis, right? But yeah, I thought that was very interesting. You guys ever seen that before? Yeah, hopefully it doesn't happen to mine because I appreciate the blooms and the growth of my Vandas. Okay, so in our last episode, you guys know I did such an epicid, whatever that means. Ow, something was biting me. I'm like, oh my gosh. Roots are so yummy and nutritious. These orchids, these Vandas right here are so very special. Yeah, okay, you think? I don't know. And I thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet another episode of My Orchid Adventures, of course, with me, Maria Young. And if you guys like this video, please be sure to give it 2 green thumbs up. And if you guys want to stay tuned for more videos such as these, please be sure to subscribe. And also, if you want to follow me on Facebook, because I do have adventures there as well, you can follow me there on Facebook at My Orchid Adventures. My Orchid Adventures. And if you guys also want to write me, snail mail me, you can do that as well at the following address, somewhere right here. And again, folks, I thank you guys so much because now it's raining. Can you believe it's raining right in my video? But of course, it always happens that way, right? Well, thank you guys so much. And as you guys already know, come on, don't act like you're brand new to this. I love you all.